Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, JD. We're back again with a new type of video. It's a deep dive, baby. It's a different type of video. We're doing a deep dive into gaming history. I always watch video essays online, and my brain was like, well, I could do that, maybe. So I wanted to try it this time. And today, we're speaking about the legendary Sega Dreamcast, the rise and the fall, unfortunately. So listen, this console may have lived a short lifespan, but its impact on the gaming world is still felt today. You know me. You know I'm one of them ones. Don't even talk to your boy about it. So with that, buckle up as we explore these exclusive games, the hardware, the accessories, the legacy of the Sega Dreamcast. And if you want to see more of this, I'll make more of this for you. But in the meantime, let's get this video started. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the launch. The Sega Dreamcast hit North American shelves on September 9th, 1999. That's 9/9/99. A date many gamers will never forget. It was Sega's last hurrah in the console market, and boy oh boy did they go all out. With its sleek white design and innovative features, the Dreamcast was a console ahead of its time. Now, the Dreamcast was released earlier in Japan on November 27th, 1998, and despite some initial hiccups with the supply chain and production, it managed to generate significant buzz. The North American release was actually accompanied by a massive marketing campaign with the slogan, "It's thinking." Remember those commercials? I know I do. And it was emphasizing the console's advanced capabilities. Now let's break down the hardware. The Dreamcast was a beast for its time, featuring a 200 MHz Hitachi SH-4 processor and a Power VR2 GPU. This combination allowed for impressive graphics and smooth gameplay that were on par, if not superior, to its competitors at the time. This system also boasted a 16 MB of main RAM, 8 MB of video RAM, and 2 MB of audio RAM, ensuring it could handle complex games with ease. One of the most innovative aspects of the Dreamcast was the inclusion of the Visual Memory Unit, or VMU for short. This little device was a memory card with a screen that slotted into the controller, adding an extra layer of interactivity to the games. It even had mini-games you could play on the go, and it displayed crucial game information during play, such as health stats in Resident Evil Code Veronica or your Chow in Sonic Adventure, where you could actually sit back and watch the growth of your Chow in between gameplay. It was amazing. Another standout feature was its built-in 56K modem for online play, which was later upgraded to a broadband adapter. This was a huge deal back in the late 90s. Games like Phantasy Star Online paved the way for console-based online gaming, a precursor to the online multiplayer experiences that we have today. Now, SegaNet, the online service, allowed players to compete and cooperate in a new way, creating a community that was ahead of its time, such as your Xbox Live, your PlayStation Online, your Nintendo Switch Online. Now, speaking of games, the Dreamcast had an impressive library of exclusives, so let's highlight a few. Number one, we've got Shenmue. This game was revolutionary with its open world design, deep story, and QTE, which is QuickTime Event mechanics. Yu Suzuki's vision brought a cinematic experience to gaming that was unprecedented. Shenmue combined exploration, real-time weather, and day and night cycles with a compelling narrative, making it a pioneer in the open world genre. Number two, and one of the greatest games ever created, and one of my favorites, is Jet Set Radio! Known for its unique cel-shaded graphics and funky soundtrack from Hideki Naganuma, Jet Set Radio was a vibrant and fresh take on action sports games. Graffiti tagging and skating never looked so cool. The game's aesthetic and rebellious spirit influenced many titles that followed for years to come. Number three is the boy who carried Sega to the mountaintop. Yes, y'all, I'm talking about Sonic Adventure. Sega's mascot made a triumphant return in this 3D platformer. Sonic Adventure showcased the Dreamcast graphical prowess and introduced us to memorable characters and levels. The game featured multiple playable characters, each with their own storylines and gameplay mechanics, expanding the Sonic universe. Number four is
Crazy Taxi! Hey, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go!
This arcade classic brought frantic and fun gameplay to the console, with players racing against the time to deliver passengers while jamming to an epic soundtrack. The game's blend of speed and strategy, coupled with its memorable music by bands like The Offspring, made it an absolute hit. And number five, we've got Soul Calibur. Arguably one of the best fighting games of its era, Soul Calibur was a critical and commercial success. Its fluid gameplay and stunning visuals set a new standard for fighting games. The Dreamcast was also home to many other noteworthy titles such as Evolution, Skies of Arcadia, a beautiful RPG with a rich story and expansive world, and Resident Evil Code Veronica, which pushed the boundaries of horror and survival gameplay. But the Dreamcast wasn't just about great games, it also had some pretty neat accessories. Aside from the VMU, we had the Dreamcast keyboard and mouse, making it easier to navigate certain games and even surf the web. Yes, you heard me right. The Dreamcast had a web browser. Then there was the fishing rod controller for games like Sega Bass Fishing, which added a new level of realism to the experience. The arcade stick was a must-have as well for FGC enthusiasts. That's the fighting game community, for those that don't know. It provided a more authentic arcade feel for titles such as Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Another notable accessory was the Dream Eye, a digital camera that allowed for video conferencing and taking photos, which could be used in games and online interactions. This was a precursor to many of the camera-based gaming peripherals that we see today. Now, unfortunately, we've come to the part of the video where I have to discuss the decline and the legacy of the Sega Dreamcast. Unfortunately, despite all of these innovations, the Dreamcast was short-lived. It was discontinued in March 2001, just a couple years after its launch. Several factors contributed to its downfall, such as fierce competition from Sony's PlayStation 2, Sega's financial troubles, and perhaps some marketing missteps. The PlayStation 2's DVD playback capability and a stronger third-party developer support overshadowed the Dreamcast by a massive amount. Sega's previous console failures, such as the Sega Saturn and the Sega 32X, had also damaged consumer confidence. But the story doesn't end there. The Dreamcast left a lasting legacy. It pushed the boundaries of what consoles could do, laying the groundwork for future gaming systems. Its library of games remains beloved, and the homebrew and indie scene continues to thrive, keeping the Dreamcast spirit alive. Many of its innovations, from online play to VMUs, influence future consoles and games. The Dreamcast community remains active, with fans creating new games, mods, and translations for unreleased titles. Emulation and modern ports of Dreamcast classics have helped keep its memory alive. So, there you have it, the life cycle and impact of the Sega Dreamcast. It was a console that dared to dream big, and despite its short life, it left an indelible mark on the gaming world. Whether you were there on 9/9/99 like me, or you're discovering it for the first time, the Dreamcast legacy is one of innovation, creativity, and a whole lot of fun. All right, y'all, so what did you think? Did you enjoy that? Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into gaming history. I think I'll be doing more of this. I am enjoying it. Why don't you leave a comment below with your favorite Dreamcast memory or game? And if you want to see more of these, maybe tell me what you want to see next. You want to see the rise of PlayStation, the parallels of Xbox and Nintendo? I'm just going to be making these fun little videos in my free time, so if you want to see more, I appreciate you by helping me out by supporting and let me know your feedback. Also, you know what it is, Patreon. You can check this stuff out earlier or the behind the scenes. I appreciate all of you. Thanks again. This is JD signing off, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.